Here's an interesting question that comes to us from Kenny in Oakland. He asks, what did Jesus really look like? Well, Kenny, I don't know. The truth of the matter is that nobody really knows for sure. The Bible doesn't give us any kind of an informative physical description. Closest thing we have is Isaiah 53, which tells us that Jesus probably just looked like an ordinary man. Nothing special in his appearance that would make him stand out in a crowd. So the best guess that we can make as to Jesus' physical appearance is to examine what a common man looked like in that geographical area at that particular point in history. Now, if you stopped an average man or woman on the street and you asked them what they think Jesus looked like, you're probably going to get something like this as an answer. As early as the Middle Ages, and particularly during the Renaissance, Western artists depicted Jesus as a white man, often with long hair, long beard, long white robe, carrying a sheep, the sun always behind him, and modern Christians have carried these images over into their own depictions of Jesus. You see it everywhere. Just go pick up a Bible picture book for kids or do a quick internet search. The problem with this depiction is that it flies in the face of not only historical fact, but Bible teachings. Contrary to what a lot of religious imagery depicts, Jesus actually didn't really stand out very much. In fact, we read in the Bible that he often slipped into crowds and blended in easily when surrounded by commoners. Jesus also likely didn't have the long flowing hair that we often see images of. Jews in that time didn't wear their hair long, and the Apostle Paul expressly teaches in 1 Corinthians 11 that men having long hair is a disgrace in God's sight and a violation of nature itself. Also, Christ is often depicted today as being fair-skinned, without any kind of blemish, and frankly, a bit effeminate in appearance. But this is pretty unlikely. Remember, Jesus was a carpenter, and so he would have worked often with large stones and wood. There were no power tools in those days. Each piece would need to be chiseled or sawn by hand. Boulders cut down to size, lumber, debarked and sanded. Carpenters got their hands dirty, calloused even. This was labor-intensive work. So the clean and smooth-skinned Jesus that we so often see depicted really doesn't match what the source material offers. Over the years, Jesus has been depicted by different artists in various ways, and often these artists are guilty of projecting their own culture into the end result. Da Vinci, he was paid by a European to paint Jesus for European cathedrals, and so Jesus is depicted as European. Giovanni Bellini was an Italian red-headed painter, and he was all about representing his particular pigment, so voila, Jesus has white skin and ginger hair. Jose de Ribera used that depiction a lot too. Chinese painter, Chinese Jesus. The truth is that most of the images that people have made of Jesus over the years are not at all accurate. The best guess that we can make using both knowledge of the Bible and general history is, at very best, vague. Jesus probably looked like a typical Jew of his time. He was likely dark-skinned, had short dark hair, and in all likelihood didn't even look like a 32nd cousin to the European Caucasian Jesus in most modern portrayals. Having said all that, one thing is certain. Matthew, Peter, and John all spent 3 years with Jesus, and in their writings they could have described his physical appearance. James and Jude could have as well, but the Holy Spirit did not move them to record any physical specifics. If it were important for us to know what he really did look like, then the Bible would have told us. It doesn't. The color of Jesus' skin, or what his hair looked like, or how tall he was, or what he wore is of little or no consequence for us. The truth is that Jesus transcends our petty views of race. What he looked like really shouldn't matter. What he did should. Honestly, I really don't care what Jesus looked like. I just want to serve him. And one day, Lord willing, I hope I meet him. Thanks for your question, Kenny. If you have a question that you'd like to send us, leave us a comment below on this video or shoot us a message over on Facebook. If you like this video, then share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for more. We post new content every single week. Thanks. See you, Lord willing, next time.